Holy moly. I'm doing this juice tense. Oh, it's so sour. I'm doing this juice cleanse that I gotta drink it 3 days. This is the last day. Anyways, we're not here about the juice cleanse. We're here about this. And just from this, you guys might not know what it is, but if I turn it around, this is the, actually you still can't see what it is. This is the A1. Today we're going to talk about the Sony A1. I guess my first impression of the Sony A1, because I've been a Canon user for quite a long time now, and I've been using the R5, which is an amazing camera. So everybody just talk about how amazing Sony is, and I've always used Canon and I thought it was just amazing. Sony has come out with a lot of amazing cameras lately, and one of them would be the A1. All right, before I continue the video, I want to tell you guys that I'm not here to do a review about this. So if you guys are looking for a camera review, there's a lot of them out there already. This is simply an impression about this camera from a Canon user. And if this is ever gonna make me switch, because if this doesn't make me switch, nothing else will. This should be the best thing Sony has. This camera is $6,500. And I'm not gonna continue just talking without taking a look at the camera, because I can just talk about all the stuff forever. Anyways, we're gonna open this, or at least I'm gonna open this. Should be a really good one. Of course, everything has their manuals. Right off the box, you have the HDMI slot holder so your cable doesn't get messed up. You have the charger. You know, one other thing is that already, I think this packaging is better than Canon's packaging. Canon's packaging is weird. It's like this plastic piece and it holds everything in there, but you can never put it back correctly. So honestly, I really hate that packaging. So this is kind of like nice. You see how it's done? It's fun to open something like this because it's like opening up a new toy. They have a leather strap now instead of that normal one, and it says the A1 if you want to wear this and let everybody know that you're holding an A1. Honestly, I have a nice Peak Design one, so I'm pretty much going to be using that. The A1 strap will still go back in the box, so it keeps it fresh and new. We also have the Sony battery, which is super nice. Okay, and the charger. I'm gonna have these out because that's really what I'm gonna use it for. And then before I get to the camera, I wanna get to other things. We got the battery. So we have the battery charger, the battery, and now we have the camera. But first, I'm gonna go charge this because I wanna make sure that I have juice by the time I open up that and by the time you guys see this. So I'm gonna borrow this for a second. Okay, we are here. We're here at the final moment, the camera itself. Wow, this right here is worth $6,500. I'm gonna put this back, I'm gonna put this back, and then we're gonna enjoy the camera so we don't have these to bother us with. I've actually used a couple Sony camera in the past and I just wasn't a fan of them. There's a lot of reason why I wasn't a fan of them, so let's see if this is any different. First of all, this is nice. I mean, even the Sony A1 logo is like this kind of like slight gold. It's kind of different. I swear it's not the lighting. It has a slight gold versus like the other Sony camera has a silver. That's kind of cool. Neat little things. The grip is really nice, and you guys already know the grip is kind of like the R4, S3, probably the FX3 as well. Record button is the same. Everything else is pretty much the same. You have movie mode and manual next to each other. Nothing too fancy there. The only thing different that is really crazy is on this side. Single shot and continuous shot and super high continuous shot, medium low. It also has a timer and it also has bracket shooting. So all that's set up on top now instead of going through the menu, which is kind of nice because sometimes I don't want to go through the menu. I just want to hit this really quick and we're there. Also, the autofocusing, single shot, continuous, manual, it's all down here. All you do is just press a button and turn it, which is also really nice. I like how they put single shot and continuous next to each other. If that wasn't next to each other, I'd probably be really bothered by it, because those are the only two things I use the most. So I'm glad that it's next to each other, and small things like that matters a lot, because without those small things, most of the time someone would complain about it. You don't want any complaints. Holding this compared to holding my Canon, okay, I mean, this doesn't have a lens on it, so it's a little bit different, but holding this, it honestly has a nice grip. Let's add a lens to it. Right here, I have the 50mm. This 50mm is really nice. So I'm gonna put this on. Wow, okay. I'm not, we're not shooting anything yet. We're just holding it and taking a look at the size. I actually really like this size. I like this size that it's smaller and lighter than my Canon, but it doesn't feel like I'm holding a little toy either. It's pretty nice size, as you guys can see. This is just a 51.2, the same thing as my Canon 51.2. The grip is good. I like the size. I like how my hand would automatically want to go to the lens, because there's really nothing else to hold on this side. And I know you're not really supposed to hold it on that side. And a couple of things that they're supposed to be really good at is that crazy 30 shots per second. I've never done something like that. How crazy is 30 shots per second? I don't know. It probably sounds amazing, but I've just never needed to shoot something like that. Overall, to be honest with you, just from the looks of it, I love the design on the top. Okay, that was straight off the bat. I love the design on the top. I love the handles right now. It feels really nice. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna drop it. And I like the fact that it's lightweight. Turning my A1 on for the first time. It's English, set date and time. I like the fact that it has a touchscreen. You know how much I love touchscreen. If you saw my last video, you would know that I love the fact that it has a touchscreen. One of the things that, if you guys have been watching this channel a lot, then you definitely know that I'm not a huge fan of, is that it doesn't have a flip out screen. It just has this Sony famous flipping screen like this. And when it has like something like this, you think about it and you're like, oh, that's amazing. It just does something like this. So when you're shooting pictures, it's super easy. You don't have to flip the screen out and things like that just to tilt it. But nothing is really protecting the screen now. So now I have to buy a screen protector. Again, I'm not a huge fan of it, but you gotta buy a screen protector, or else it's just not gonna work. Well, it is, but that's living life really dangerously. You drop something like this, you crack it. This is a $6,500 camera. That's not a cheap camera by means. Okay, 1.2. People say this is really fast autofocusing, right? I'm not even sure. This is one thing that I really want to see. Everybody says that it's amazing, is the viewfinder. I think I might have to turn it on though, because I don't think it works just like right off the box. Because it looks normal to me. Monitor viewfinder, monitor brightness, auto, viewfinder magnification, viewfinder frame rate is on high plus. Let's turn that on. Shooting display, shooting start to play, auto review off. High plus, okay. Whoa, okay, there is a different. That is bright. That is cool. Okay, 240 frames per second. It's really weird because it is super smooth. It almost feels like you're looking through a glass instead of a monitor lens. Holy moly. Okay, I have to give it. It actually looks really dope. Okay, I don't know how to even explain it. You honestly just have to see it yourself, because now I can definitely see the difference. You have to turn it on to high plus. And now that I see this, I think every mirrorless camera should have this frame rate, because yeah, shooting like this with no lag, it's definitely even better than, yeah, it's way better than this monitor. Okay, usually I use viewfinder anyways because I love looking through this. It kind of separates me from the reality you see, and you kind of can compose your shot better. But with this monitor, it's great. It's an amazing monitor, but it doesn't have that 240. Wow. All right, let's hear the crazy thing that everybody's talking about. Holy moly. That's very satisfying. That is honestly the most satisfying sound I've ever heard. The new menu system in the Sony is a lot better than their old one, and I'm saying new compared to like the A7 III, the A7S II, that, you know, all the older models. This new menu system is the best, and well, not the best as in the best ever, but the best Sony has made, and I love it. I love this menu system. It's pretty similar to like Canon. I think honestly, Canon is still really great, but this is a really big step up. The record button is cool, it's right there, so it's a little bit out of the way. I really wish I could say more, but $6,500 for this camera. And without taking it out, without really going deep inside, right out the box, holding a $6,500 camera, it just doesn't have that amazingness. That's like, oh my God, this is so worth it. It is so beautiful. Everything about this camera, why it's $6,500, is all inside the camera. Everything that makes that price is inside the camera. So everything I'm doing today, just looking at it and, you know, playing around with that and just looking at it from the shell is unfair. And I know it is. I gotta use this camera first, and I'm not gonna just use it right now and tell you guys, oh my God, it's amazing. Gotta really put some time into it. And the viewfinder, man, how come nobody is that excited about that? I mean, they are, but not that excited. That's an amazing viewfinder. One thing that other Sony has too, but this one, well, that's not where that is. That's an Ethernet spot. What? Here's my HDMI, a full HDMI. I love the fact that it has full HDMI. That's awesome. There's so many things that I really want to play with this, but this is just my first impression of it. And to be honest, it is nice. I'm not sure if it's just the A1 that is nice, but it's the way this is built. Like, I love the grip. It's nice. Look at that curve right here. So you put your finger right there and it fits perfectly. Even a dent right here, it feels nice in the hands when you're holding it. So you're gripping it and you don't feel like you're really gonna drop it at all. Okay, I'm not scaring you guys going like this, because, you know, this whole setup is pretty insane. And I really want to go out and shoot with this, and I really want to do videos with it. But right now, for the R5 to this, I love the size of this. The only thing I don't like is, you guys know I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a flip out screen. So we'll see how it goes. Pure photographer camera with amazing video inside. Maybe this isn't really meant to be used as a YouTube camera, because you can put a monitor up here and really use it. What do you guys think? Is this camera worth $6,500, or is this something that you guys think is just too insane? Like, that's just too much money. How is it? If you guys have used it, let me know in the comment below. If you guys haven't used it and are interested in anything, let me know what you want to know about it. Other than that, hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I enjoy opening this, because from a Canon user, this is pretty impressive. Alright you guys, my name is Andy. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.